Hi everybody, welcome to class. Go ahead and have a seat and get started. Welcome to sit on a block if you'd like, or however you'd like. Bring our shoulders above the hips and close the eyes and just hang out for a few moments. You can bring your focus to your breathing. Just allowing the breath to flow all by itself without trying to control the flow. Just notice the effects of the breath. Notice the sound of the air as it comes in and out of the body. You'll notice the in-breath is a little deeper than the out-breath, or maybe the opposite of that. Let's start to deepen the breath as you breathe in. Just a little bit deeper. And then exhale nice and slow. Slow the exhale down. And let's just do a few of these at our own pace. Slowly deepening. And slowly releasing. Let's add a little bit of movement to this. You're welcome to leave the eyes closed. We're going to exhale and bow the head, tucking the chin into the chest. Take a breath in as you come back up. And again. Inhale. And exhale. As you're ready, we'll start to add a rounding to the back, the whole back rounds. Upper, lower, mid-back. And then press the hips back down, slowly unraveling the spine. Shoulders and ears can roll back last. And at your own pace, let's flow here in a seated cat-cow, following the flow of your breath. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, extending. All right, let's finish up your last one there. And we'll go ahead and loosen up the neck a little bit more. Let's bow the head again and just circle the head around the neck and the shoulders. Switch direction. Back to center, you guys. Let's come to lie on our back. Adjust things here. We'll set our feet flat onto the yoga mat and then hug our knees into the body and just kind of rock side to side, massage around the low back area, squeezing those thighs in. All right, let's set our feet flat again, back down to the floor, you guys. And I just want to relax the arms out to the sides, and we're just gonna windshield wiper the knees side to side. Just gonna let them fall over to one side. If you wanna pause for a sec, you can. Just kind of loosening it up a bit. All right, we'll finish that up. And we'll point the knees back up to the ceiling. You can bring the arms closer into the sides of the body. We're gonna press our feet flat. Take a breath in as you reach the hips up. Lift the chest up, lift the chin up. Exhale, slowly lowering the spine back to the floor, setting the tail last. A few more of these bridge flows, you guys. Full breath in. And out. Few more. Massaging that back as you go. All right. We'll relax our bridge flow, you guys. Let's hug the knees into the body one more time. And let's take our arms out to the side. We'll warm things up just a little bit here. We're gonna hover our knees over to one side. You can exhale over to the side, hovering the knees about 4 or 5 inches or so. Take a breath into center, and then exhale over to the other side. And at your own pace, side to side. Let's leave them dropped over to one side for a moment. All right, let's squeeze it back to center and then drop them over to the other side. Nice relaxing twist. Okay, pull it back in, you guys. Set the feet down. You can extend the legs out in front, bring the arms back in. Roll over to your favorite side, and then slowly make your way up to hands and knees. And from hands and knees, let's start flowing in a cat-cow flow. Look forward to start, breath in and out. let's let that cat-cow go. Let's give ourselves a little foot stretch. Take one leg behind and start to stretch through that back leg and foot, shifting your way back and forth. And we'll bring the knee back under the hip, extending the opposite behind. All right, knee back under the hips, you guys. Let's bring it into a downward dog. Take it easy. It's our first downward dog. Take your time to listen to the body. Create your down dog however you need to. Pedal out the feet, bend the knees and thighs. Try to create a little space between the head and the arms. Ears right alongside the arms here. And next we're going to set our knees down to the floor and we're going to take child's pose. Let's create a side stretch in our child's pose. Since we're here taking our time, let's walk the arms over to one side. Relax the head down however you'd like. Find a nice deep breath into your side stretch here. And over to the next side. All right, that side felt much better than the first one. Always one stretchier side than the other. Let's come out of our child's pose and create a downward facing dog again. Couple more full breaths in your down dog. Root those hands down, spread the fingers wide. Reaching the hips up, back of the thighs reach behind. Soft heart. All right, we're gonna walk hands and feet into a forward bend. Let's take a moment and forward bend. You can bend your knees as much as you need to for your forward bend. You can use blocks under your hands for your forward bend if you'd like. All right, let's make sure our feet are about hip width distance apart. Let's create a chair pose. Bend the knees, hips behind, shoulders rising above. Arms can extend forward or above. Fixing the curve to the low back as much as you need. You can kind of reach your tailbone down. Okay, let's bring the hands to the heart. Straighten the legs. Let's take a breath in, circle the arms out and up. Exhale, let's do a swan dive, fold forward. Let's walk our feet back into a plank pose. Take a breath into your plank pose. Exhale, lower the chest down between the hands. If you need to set your knees first, you can. Inhale, coming into cobra. Exhale, back into downward dog. All right, let's walk our feet back up to forward bend. Let's create our chair pose again. Bend the knees all the way up. All right, hands to the heart, straighten the legs. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, bend. Let's walk the feet back to plank pose again. Take a breath in. Exhale, set the knees, lower the chest down between the hands. We'll leave the toes curled under because we're going to push ourselves forward into an upward facing dog. And exhale, back into downward dog. And walking the feet back up to forward bend. Let's take a couple more moments in our forward bend. All right, let's place our hands on the shins. Look forward to the front. Bend the knees, a little softness to the knees here. Full breath in, full breath out. All right, let's bend the knees, hands on the hips, come all the way up to standing, you guys. And let's face the front of, or the side of your yoga mat and take a nice wide stance with the feet, facing the toes forward, and place the hands down to the yoga mat right below the shoulders, you guys. If you'd like to shift left to right, you can. Just let the head and neck hang down for a moment. You can reach the arms behind the feet if that's what feels best. Or maybe the arms, maybe you'd like to extend them forward, out in front. Just trying to leave your hips between the feet. All right, let's start to lengthen the spine forward. A little bend to the knees, hands on the hips, up to standing, you guys. And heel toe it back together. Bring those feet back together. And next, let's come up to the top of our yoga mat and do some sun salutations. Let's start to warm things up a little bit. Sorry, I got an itchy wrist. Let's bring our hands to the heart, up to the very top, you guys. And we're gonna take a breath in. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take the right leg back. Hold the breath for both. Exhale down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale the right foot. Exhale the left. Inhale the arms. Exhale to the heart. Inhale out and up. Exhale, folding. Inhale the left foot, holding for both. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left, holding for both. Or exhale the other, inhale the arms. Exhale to the heart. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale the right foot, holding for both. And exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right foot. Exhale the left. Don't hold. Inhale the arms. Exhale to the heart. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale the left foot. Holding for both. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left. Exhale the right. Inhale the arms. Exhale to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, folding. Inhale the right foot, holding for both. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right. Exhale the left. Inhale the arms. Exhale to the heart. Inhale out and up. Exhale, folding. Inhale the left, holding for both. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left. Exhale the right. Inhale the arms. Exhale. Let's go one more. Inhale. And folding. Inhale the right. Holding for both. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right. Exhale the left. Inhale the arms. To the heart. Inhale. And folding. Inhale the left. Holding for both. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left. Exhale the right. Inhale the arms. And exhale to the heart. Let's inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, folding. Let's take the right foot back. Set up for a high lunge. Full breaths in your high lunge. Let's place our hands down to the knee or thigh area. We're going to slowly lower our back knee down to the floor and create a low lunge position. Go ahead and grab your blocks. Use those for support if you'd like. And from our low lunge, we'll set our back foot flat down to the floor. We're going to start to shift into the half split, straightening through the front leg. Bow as far into it as you'd like. And let's start to shift back and forth in between our low lunge, bringing the knee above the ankle. You can walk your hands and blocks up as far as you need, and then start to walk them behind again. Taking the hips behind, straightening through the front leg, maybe a little bow, or just whatever you can do here. Maybe it's not all that smooth and flowing, and that's okay. Maybe things are tight and crampy and achy. Maybe the joints are kind of sore. Wherever you're at with it, maybe you're flowing right through it. All right. So next, let's set our blocks just close by where you can still grab them to the side. And we're going to straighten through the back leg again. And we're going to bring both hands to the inside of the front foot here. create a little space. Go ahead and bring that front foot over to the side. And just kind of sinking into this spot here. Okay, so from here, we're going to set our back heel down to the floor. And then we're going to take that back heel and line it up with the front heel. Notice how my left hand is already down by the left foot. You're welcome to elevate yourself a little bit higher there. You can bring your hand onto a block if you want. We're gonna create our side angle pose from here. Hand to the hip, torso turns up and away. And then if you wanna take the top arm up and over into our side angle pose. Okay, let's bring the hand back to the hip and start to turn the torso to the floor. Place the hand back down to the floor. We'll lift that back heel up. And next we're going to set the back knee to the floor. We're gonna bring the front foot, the knee, back under the hip. We're gonna take downward dog next. Pedal it out as much as you need to in your down dog. All right, from down dog, let's warm it up just a little bit. Take a breath into plank pose, and then exhale, chest down between the hands. Inhale for cobra. Exhale back into downward dog. Let's do that again. And one more for good luck. All right, let's step the right foot up to the top. We'll step the left foot up into a forward bend. Let's inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale out and up. Exhale, fold forward. All right, left foot behind this tide, creating our high lunge. All the way up, we'll hold our high lunge here for a few breaths. Okay, let's bring our hands down to the thigh or knee. Slowly bring the back knee to the floor. Reach over, grab those blocks. That way you have a little bit of support. Back foot, top of the foot flat. Into our low lunge position. We're just gonna gently move back and forth from our half splits, adjust things as needed. Back and forth, flowing in between the two here. Front foot flat, knee above the heel, and right back into it, straightening the front leg. Feels good to stretch those legs out and those joints. All right, go ahead and finish up wherever you're at with it, you guys. We're going to come forward, make your way forward, and then take your blocks, set them close by, hands to the floor, front foot over to the side a bit, curl the toes under of the back foot, straighten the back leg. Okay, so next we're going to start to set the back foot flat to the floor, heel down to the floor, heel lines up with the front foot heel, and creating our side angle pose. I'm going to put a block under my front hand here. Hand to the hip, torso up and away from the floor, and then the top arm from there. Okay, we'll let that one go now. Hand back down to the floor. Lift the back heel up off of the floor. Set the back knee, you guys. Block out of the way. And back to hands and knees again. Nice and easy. Nice and stretchy. Let's take it into down dog. And from downward dog, set your knees down to the yoga mat and take child's pose and relax for a moment. All right, looking forward to the front. Let's take it into downward dog. And from downward dog, take a breath in and then walk your feet back up to a forward bend, you guys. From forward bend, we're gonna create our chair pose again. All the way up in the chair, full breath. Okay, let's bring our hands to the heart, straighten the legs, inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, folding. Let's walk our feet back into downward dog. And from downward dog, lift your right leg up into a three-leg dog. And then we'll create a little twist. We're gonna turn the chest over, stack the hip, bend the leg, point the knee. And we're gonna come forward next, bringing that right foot up to the top, creating space for the hands with that front foot again. Same stretch we did a moment ago. Let's lift our right arm up and add a little twist though this time. Okay, hand down to the floor, you guys, and let's take it back into downward dog again. And from downward dog, pedal it out as much as you need, and then walk your feet back up to the front of the yoga mat into a forward bend. And from forward bend, set up for your chair pose again. Okay, hands down to the heart, straighten the legs, circling out and up. And fold forward. Okay, let's walk the feet back into downward dog again. Pedal it out. And then taking the left leg up this time, three-legged dog. Turning the chest, stacking the hips, and pointing the knee. All right. Forward with that left foot, hands to the inside. Adjust things as needed. And let's take the left arm up this time. Okay, bring that hand back down to the yoga mat, you guys. And from here, let's take it back into downward dog. Oh. Pedal out the feet. And walking the feet back up, forward bend. Okay, let's set up for our chair pose, you guys. Nice strong chair pose. Hands to the heart, circle out and up, straighten the legs. Exhale, fold forward. All right, feet back into downward dog. Right leg up into three-legged dog. Let's turn it over and twist it to the side. Let's bring our knee up to the wrist into a plank pose. Let's create our dying warrior. Extend that right leg out to the left side. Lower everything down on top of it. Doesn't have to be perfect 90-degree angle with the legs. Just wherever you can go with it will be fine, you guys. Let's make our way out of our dying warrior pose or dying hero, whatever you want to call it. Back into down dog. And walk your feet back up to forward bend again. And back into chair pose. Had a nice little relaxation there. Breathe full into your chair. Okay, hands down, straighten the legs, arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. All right, feet back into downward dog. Left leg up into a three-legged dog. Turn it and twist it over to the side. Okay, knee up to the wrist into our dying hero pose. I guess I can adjust myself a little bit better on these yoga mats. All right, coming out of this side, back into downward dog, you guys. Whew, another downward dog. Pedal out the feet and walk them up to the top. Into forward bend. And again, you guys, set up for your chair pose. We're gonna turn into a chair today, you guys. Take a moment here in our chair pose. Really energize the body like a battery in our chair pose. So bring our hands to the heart, straighten the legs, inhale out and up. Exhale, fold it forward. Okay, walking the feet back into downward dog again. Taking the right leg up once more into three-legged dog. Turn it, twist it. All right, let's make our way into pigeon pose. Knee up to the wrist, foot out to the side. A little bit deeper into the hips and thighs on this one. Take it easy. You can stay in straight arms or all the way down to forearms. Gotta love pigeon pose, you guys. Nice stretchy, nice deep stretch. Best to warm up beforehand though. All right, out of our pigeon pose, back into downward dog. Take it easy. And from down dog, back up to forward bend. And from forward bend into chair pose, you guys. Okay, let's bring the palms together, straighten the legs, let's circle them out and up. And folding. Back to downward dog, you guys. Our last three-legged dog, our Ikapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. I always get that last bit wrong, the Svanasana. It's almost like Savasana, but you're not relaxing. It's Svanasana. All right, forward into our pigeon pose. And taking it easy here. Gotta figure out what the Sanskrit word is for pigeon pose next. That way I can say Ikapada Adho Mukha Svanasana and then the pigeon pose, and you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. And again, for our pigeon pose, it's kind of hard to see behind you. I mean, I guess you can kind of look behind, but we don't want like one hip way behind and the other one just kind of flopping on the floor. We want to kind of tighten things up, square them up a little bit here. Trying to square the hips as best you can. Okay, I think that's long enough in our pigeon. Let's take it back into downward dog. And set the knees down. Take a break in child's pose. All right, you guys, let's come upright. And I feel like we've been putting a lot of pressure on our shoulders in our downward facing dog. So let's grab our strap and just give our shoulders a little bit of attention. You can just stay kneeling if you'd like. And we're gonna take the strap above our head like so. And nice tight strap, pulling the fists away from each other. Equal pressure, shoulder blades locking together on the back. Let's take a breath in. And out to the side, whatever side you'd like to go. Take a few breaths here. And one last one. Back to center. Let's let the arms and shoulders go for a minute. That's quite a bit of tension there. And let's go one more over to the other side this time. Let's set it up. Nice tight strap. Breath in. Out to the side. It's kind of challenging to breathe here. And back to center. Let that go. Roll out the shoulders a bit. Let's take the strap up above our head again. Take a breath in and then exhale. Slowly widen through the straps as much as you'd like. Go all the way behind as far as you'd like. Maybe to the hips, maybe not. And back up. Okay, let's go one more. And again. Oh man, that feels good. Let's take our strap behind us, behind your back, below, and you can hold on to the strap with your hands as close together as you can. And we're gonna start to reach our chest forward, take the arms out and away from the body, and just kind of lean forward, bow forward, go as far as you'd like here. And then we'll start to come back up. See if you can curve your back. Reach the chest, curve as far back as you'd like. Reach those arms out behind, and then we'll bow forward again. And once more. Okay, relax that, you guys. Set your strap close by so we can use it again later. And I think we're done with our hands and knees stuff. So let's lie down onto our backs. Or actually, don't lie down onto your backs. Let's actually have a seat onto our butts. And let's do some seated stretch, some much needed seated stretches. You guys take the legs and feet out to the sides. Not quite on our backs yet, you guys. I lied. And we're just gonna take a few moments here. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my arms and hands behind for this practice. I'm feeling a nice gentle stretch here. If you'd like to take your arms forward and bow forward, you're welcome to. All right, next into our Butterfly position, soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides. Lengthen up through the spine. You're welcome to kind of pull yourself forward, round forward if you'd like. That might feel good. And then we'll let go of our feet and our butterfly pose. And we're going to create our spinal twist next, our seated spinal twist. We'll take our left foot, opposite side of the right knee. We're twisting to the left hand behind. Okay, let's come out of our twist and let's see if we can move a little bit further into our cow face pose, bringing that left foot further over to the side. You can start to kind of adjust your sitting a little bit, turn over to the side if you'd like, or you can shift your way forward. Just trying to bring that knee a little bit closer above the other knee. Just trying to fold things in a little bit further. Trying to stay rooted. Both butts down to the floor. All right, that's long enough for our cow face pose. Let's unravel the feet, take it easy. Let's create a one leg forward bend. Let's take the left leg straight out in front. And as far as you can go into it, reaching across with the opposite. Behind with the opposite. And out of our forward bend. Let's fold our knees over to the left side this time. Right foot opposite side of the left foot, right hand behind. All right. Let's start to move into our cow face pose. This side is so sticky for me. I don't feel like I can move out of the position that I'm in. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and turn myself over at an angle. You're welcome to adjust yourself to face forward if you'd like. Doesn't look like I'm gonna go much further than this, you guys. So let me just go ahead and turn forward. That way you can see what it looks like facing forward. But yeah, obviously on this side, doesn't want to stretch quite as far as the other side. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Just see where you can go with it. I figure the more often we do this, eventually we will be able to work our knees right above the other one. But yeah, it's long enough here. Let's untangle, unravel. Right foot, right leg out in front. I think I'm gonna use a block under this right thigh today. A little strain there. And creating it however you'd like from there. All right, that was a lovely stretch. Let's come up out of it, you guys. Let's, now we're gonna for real lie down onto our backs. I'm gonna go ahead and just spin around this way. And from here, it looks like we're just taking it easy. Let's reach over and grab our strap. Let's do a little bit more stretching through those legs. Strap right below the right toes, if you will, and a few moments to loosen that up. Relax the elbows down to the floor. Loosen up that foot, ankle, knee. All right, whenever you're ready, reach up, grab both straps, take it out to the side. Things are a little tight for me, so I'm just taking it easy. I don't think I'm gonna go out very far this time, tonight. All right, that's long enough there, you guys. We've been stretching these legs all night. Let's cross it over to the other side, extend the arm out to the side. Root that shoulder down. Okay, bend the knee, roll the hip back to the floor. We won't spin forever on our Supta Pada tonight. Go ahead and do the other side. This one is Supta Padangatasana, you guys. Don't ask me how I remember that one. Supta Padangatasana. I couldn't make that up if I wanted to. All right, let's reach up and grab the straps, extend the arm out to the side. This side's feeling quite a bit better than the other side. The other side is a little sore. I've been doing some extra stretches. Sore from stretching. Joints are sore, muscles are sore. All right, let's bring it back up, cross it over. Okay, release that strap, set it aside, set the feet flat again, and just a little bit more in these hips area. Let's cross the ankle right above the knee, reach the top foot, toes towards that top knee. If you want to find sub movement left to right, you can. I'm gonna go all the way left to right. Things are tight tonight for me. I don't know about you guys. All right. Let's let it go, switch sides. Take your time with it. All right, feel like that's long enough on that side too. Let's extend both legs straight out in front. And let's go for one more, you guys. Let's pull our right knee into the body. Let's grab that right knee with the left hand, extend the right arm out to the side, and then pull the hip and knee across the body. You can stack the hip on top of the other if you'd like. Try to root your right shoulder down to the floor. And we'll pull it back to center and do the other side. Grabbing with the opposite hand. Alrighty, let it go, you guys. I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and prepare for Savasana. Any last movements, stretches you'd like to make? Recline butterfly, happy baby pose, whatever feels best for you guys. Take a few moments to relax and let things go. So let's go ahead and come up to a comfortable seat if you haven't already. And we'll end class as usual. You can bring your palms to the heart and close the eyes. And we'll take a full breath in for our peace chant right now. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. And Namaste. Thank you guys.